after knowing the basics of the time management, let us come to a micro level of planning a day's work. How to plan your days. For planning your days, you will have to have certain information or certain things which will be required to be visualized by you. Because you have to plan a day for your activities, not of somebody else's activity. So how to plan your day? For that, you have to visualize your long-term goals first. What is my long-term goal? What I want to achieve at the end of a particular period of time, a long period of time, long horizon we are seeing. And then for getting that particular goal achieved, what way I will be working. So if it is a 10 years goal, long term goal, then each year, then within that each year, each month, then each week, and then come to each day, what way I will have to work. So the way in which we are supposed to work systematically for achieving the long term goal. कहते हैं बूंद बूंद से बनता सागर, तो हमारा जो सागर बनाना है, तो मेरा आज का contribution will have to be thought well planned thing. And for that you will have to make use of planner. Follow your plan as per the planner what you have thought of. Use only one planner to keep track of your assignments. So in long-term goal, for achieving the long-term goal, definitely you will have to think of the short-term goals. You will have to come to the short-term goals through the visualization of long-term goals. Then, on the basis of the activities which you want to perform, write out to do a list. Write down to-do list every day. So at the end of day, whatever I have written, whether I had been able to do it or not. If yes, fine. If not, why? I should be in a position to analyze. And when you are making a to-do list, get it assured that you are not jamming the day full of activities. You cannot perform 100 activities, 10 activities at the same time simultaneously, because as a human being you have the human limitations. Within those limitations, we understand that we have to extract maximum of our time. Maximum of the time of the individual is to be used for some basic say useful work. How can we do that? That is our aim. So plan the things accordingly. Always plan time for balance, and in that balance include your family, fitness, recreation, social, spiritual activities. These are also the activities which are very much necessary when you are living. A human being, as a human being, life of a human being, these are not the things which can be kept away. Because if you, whatever you are doing it for somebody. As a social animal, you want to have your family, you want to keep yourself fit. If you are not fit, you will not be able to work. For being fit, you also want the rest pauses in the form of recreation. Being a social animal, your responsibility towards society, they are there. So kind of things you have to think of each and everything when you're talking about planning for your day. Then, when as an individual, we want to go for managing the time, that is managing our priorities, we face a number of problems. The general problems and the general solutions for proper time management for an individual are going to be discussed here. The problems will be of 4 categories. Those 4 category problems we will be discussing one by one. The first problem, the first level is the personal. And this type of problems, they do occur because of the capability of an individual, the incapability of the individual rather, not to understand the prioritization of our work. We are not in a position to prioritize what should we do first. Being not organized well, dedicating total work to some only what we call as the work, being workaholic. I am only going to be responsible for every work. We are not in a position to justify it. So, first of all, try to understand, try to do the work in a prioritized manner. Try to learn to decide about the prioritization. What is more important? What should be done first? That we should understand. Of course, be organized with the resources whatsoever they are required. Plan it well before time. When you are going to execute, you should not be unnecessarily disturbed. Spend some time as a leisure time. Give some time to yourself for your betterment. Then the second category is about the psychological problems. And self-discipline, lack of self-discipline is the key factor here for being, sufferer of the psychological problems in the case of time management. Learn to say no if it demands. The situation demands that you should say no. Because n number of times psychologically we are under pressure. So never ever come under pressure and say no to the activity which you are not capable of performing. Because an individual, you have your limitations, know your limitations, or whatever may the reason be, you should be in a position to justify and tell that yes, I don't want to do it. Learn to say no. Then believe in the teamwork. Yes, as an individual you may have certain capabilities, not all. And when we are working in a team, if I am good at something, somebody else might be good at something else. Why not to allow him or her to do that? Think in this particular positive way. And then we will be in a position to get the best out of each and everyone in the team. Will be giving you the result of better teamwork. Have a continuous monitoring of or watch on the work entrusted to you, so that you will always feel comfortable. Compare with yourself. You have decided to do this much and you have been able to do this much, whatever may the thing be. Today I have been able to do my work to the extent of say 80%. So tomorrow's challenge will be balance 20% of yesterday and furthermore 100% of the other day. So I'll have to perform 120% work tomorrow. So accordingly, I will be scheduling my other activities. So have a watch on work. Then there will be certain factors, external factors, what we call. So if we are not in a position to maintain proper relationship with friends and colleagues, they may be distractions for your time. So try to understand this particular what you call problem for distraction of your time, or for your improper time management rather. Then wheresoever possible, can we have direct interactions with the people involved? Why the interactions be via? Because the via interactions will be consuming unnecessary time of yours as well as time of others. If possible, try to involve the direct interactions wheresoever possible in the world of work, which will be giving you the proper scale of time being used for that particular activity. Otherwise, unnecessarily, more time will be required, more time will be consumed. We call as a time waster. Then there are certain social facets, like being a social animal. Also understand your priorities towards society and allot some time to spend with nature, with your parents, with your children. Love, listen, dream, think about these factors, which may not be part of your work. But if these are not proper, suppose your family member is not feeling well, you are not in a position to attend him, you will not be able to work properly also. So always try to understand that we are giving sufficient time as my responsibility. It's also important factor in managing my time. Try to understand individually what is your best time for doing the work. Suppose my best time for doing the work is 4 a.m. to 9 a.m. I would see to it that I am working within that particular period of time to get the best out of it. So accordingly decide about your best time and do the work. And allot the other time in more judicious manners for others. Be social for yourself, not for others. For the sake of self-satisfaction, the being social is also very, very important.